Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Yes,
or not?
teacher.
Huh?
Yes, can teacher.
Can clear or not?
Clear, clear.
Can you see the screen geometer sketchpad?
Yeah, yes, can see.
Okay. We wait for others to come. Ang Yi Fen, you are Ang Yi Wen's sister. Okay, 2 o'clock already. We start, huh? Okay, right. Now, this chapter is about circular measure. Circular measure means we are going to measure the angle. We are going to measure the angle. So the units that we are going to use for measuring the angle found in your calculator, they are degree, minute, and second. So this is the unit found in your calculator. Now, degree, minute, and second, maybe some of you don't understand what it is, okay? But they are actually the same unit, but smaller division. The minute and second, they're actually the same unit, but smaller division, okay? Right. So if you still don't understand, then let me make you an analogy. The analogy is like our meter, centimeter, and millimeter, right? 1 meter is 100 centimeter, 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter, right? So the conversion is like this. Then from millimeter back to meter, the conversion is like this, right? Now, this is similar. Yes. Now this is similar, this arrangement here, meter, centimeter, and millimeter, they are actually the same unit used for measuring length. And this is similar to our degree, minute, and second. They are the unit used for measuring angles, and just that minute and second, they are smaller division. Okay, now let's say if we have this, right? We have this 1 meter, 23 cm, and 6 mm. If you convert everything into meter, you will get 1.236 meter. Or if you want meter, you can convert to uh, s- me- meter, centimeter, and millimeter. So this thing is actually happening here. It's actually happening here, right? What is it? Now, degree, minute, and second. 1 degree is 60 minute, 1 minute is 60 second. So from degree, you go to a smaller division, minute. Then from minute, you go to a smaller division, which is second. Okay. So from second, you can move back to degree. Right. Now let's take for example like this. Right. 34 degrees, 46 minute, 29 second. Now this is actually the same unit but in different uh, division, same unit. Now if I want to change everything to degree, now how am I going to change to degree? Now this is the way: 34 plus 46 over 60. This is minute change to degree. Then 29 over 3600. This is second, we change to degree. Now as a result, when you calculate all this, you get 34.7747 degree. Okay, now, so the whole thing with the degree at the top, you see this one here, right? From this smaller division, everything convert to degree and you'll get the whole thing, and with only one symbol at the top, degree. There's no longer minute and second there, right? So this minute and second, they are actually smaller division of a degree, smaller division of a degree. Okay, right. Now, conversely means sebaliknya lah, sebaliknya we have something like this. Let's say 28.3458 degrees. Now how am I going to change this into degree, minute, and second? So you have to take this one. Now it is something like your change of base. Have you learned the change of base? Ah, what, Li Yin, have you learned the change of base in mathematics? From base 2, sorry, base 10 to base 2, you divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, I keep on repeating, right? So from this degree, I want to change to minute and second. The degree part, the whole number part, I keep it. Then the decimal part, I multiply by 60. Then I have 20 minutes point something. Now this point something, I separate it from the minute, then I change it to second. So finally I have this thing become 28 degrees, 20 minutes, 45 seconds. Okay, so far, any question? Am I going too fast? Am I going too fast?
No, teacher.
No, you are Li Li Yin said not fast. How about Yi Fen okay or not? Am I going too fast? Can you follow what I'm talking? Huh? Okay, Yi-Fen say okay, right, thank you. Okay, not fast. If I'm too fast, you cannot follow, you just tell me. Right, okay, now I go on. So what I'm doing here is from degree, I change to uh, degree, minute, and second. From degree, minute, and second, I change back to I change back to degree, right? Now, why am I showing you all this? Well, I want to show you all this so that you know how to convert using using your calculations, right? Now, other than using this calculation, we can also do it using your calculator, your scientific calculator. Can you see over here the scientific calculator? Yes, right. Now, mine is an old model. Some of you may have a new model, and you have to read up the manual to see how to use this calculator. Okay, now? Right. So now there are a few important things that I need to tell you first. The first thing is this thing here. There's a black D there. Now this indicate that you are using the degree mode. Now for all our calculations, we stick to degree mode. Even you are doing other types of calculation, you stick to degree mode. Now, other than this degree mode, we have the gradient mode, radian mode, and other mode. Don't use it. Don't use other type mode. Stick to degree. Because in this degree mode, our addition and subtraction and all the mathematical operation is workable. You can work out. Now, if you switch to radian or you switch to gradient form, then uh, susah lah. You may not get what you want. Okay, so whatever it is, stick to this degree mode, the first thing here. Now, how to get to the degree mode? You just press this mode repeatedly until you see the word degree there, DEG. Then you select that DEG and you switch to degree mode. Now, other than this degree mode, we are also going to use shift button. This shift button is here, SHIFT, shift button. And most important of all, what we are going to learn is this button here. There's a dot, then two apostrophe, one apostrophe, two apostrophe. Now this is the degree, minute, and second. The first round one is degree. Then the first like comma like that is minute. Then the double comma like that, it is the second, right? So this is button that we're going to use, and this is the equal button. This is what we're going to use. So any one of you using other models, I cannot show you because I don't have the calculator. I don't have that many calculator also, right? So you remember all this, right? Now I'm going to show you how to use it, right? Now let's say, for example, I want to type in 26 degree 32 minutes 50 seconds. How to type this, right? So how I'm going to type it this way. Okay, first of all, you press the mode button. This is the mode button. Can you see my arrow, the black arrow there? This is the mode button. You press it until you see the word degree there, DEG. Then you select DEG. DEG is number 1 or number 3. Anyone? Anyone using this model? Don't know.
No.
Huh? Anyone not using this model? Don't know. Right, never mind. Let's see who is talking. Uneven, okay. Not. No. You are not using this calculator. This Xingyi said is number 1, correct? Degree mode is number 1. So you type 1 there, then you switch to this degree mode. Okay, right. Now, what to do now? Next, when you have already switched to degree mode, then you type 26, followed by this button, degree, minute, second button. That is this button here. So you type 26, then you type this button here, then you type 32, then you type the same button, right? Then you type 50, then you set the same button. So what is displayed on your screen is this 26, 32, 50. Now, this is just your typing. It is the calculator haven't received what you type in yet. So you put the equal sign there. Now, once you put the equal sign there, you can see this. It's already recorded in the calculator that 26, 32, 50. The second line, the display, there's one top line display, then the second line. So this is the actual one, right? So this is what you have key in your calculator, right? So how to get this? You put the equal button. Now, what does this represent? This represents 26, 32, 50. And why is it that they put everyone also they put 00 there? Because the calculator don't have the minute and second button. So they display all as 00, the degree sign there. But actually, you should know it is not only the degree sign. This is the minute and this is the second. So far okay or not? Uneven. Oh, sorry. Uneven, sorry. Uneven. This uneven, don't know. Don't know who is uneven. All the name almost all the same. Uneven. Okay, right. We come to this one, this one. Right. To convert this to degree, right? To convert this to degree, uh, you have to use this button, the toggle button, degree, minute, second. So the display is like this. Can you see my arrow here? The display is like this. Now you don't want this form. You want to change it to completely everything in degree like this. You just press the button, this degree, minute, second button. This one here. Once you press this one, they will convert to a decimal number. Now you press again, they convert back to the other form. You press again, they convert back to the decimal form. Press again, they convert back to the degree, minute, second form. Now this method, we call it toggle, Toggle. So you will toggle between degree and minute and decimal, degree, minute, and second, and decimal. So they will toggle this way. So far, you know how to type inside the calculator, how to toggle them, switch from decimal place to minute, minute to decimal place. Anyone cannot follow, don't know how to convert. Anyone?
No, teacher.
Okay, you know, the rest know, there's one boy here. This boy can, boy. He's the only boy in this class. Is he boy? This WH. Wei what? Wei Hing, boy, this one.
Teacher, I think two boy.
Two boys are this Wei Hing and who else?
I wait KH Tan.
Oh, I thought girl or that one. That one is a never mind, never mind. Okay, the boys can understand or not, boy? Boy, ah, boy, can,
Yeah, I can understand.
啊，明白吗？ Okay, very good. Thank you. Right. So now you know how to change from degree to this one and so on, and you know why they have these three smaller divisions. Okay, we go on to the next part. Okay, next part is what we are going to learn today. What we are really going to learn today, and what we're going to learn today is radian. Now, what is definition of radian? Now, radian means like this. This radian is another unit used for measuring angle. You see, we have two units, and degree and minute, one unit, and this one, radian, is another unit. Go. Is another unit used for measuring angle. Okay, so there are two different units. Now I show you something first. Now this is the angle theta. So I move this point B. Then the angle become very big. Now this part, this whole thing is called a sector. This whole thing is called a sector, right? This sector is called a minor sector because it is less than 180 degrees. The other side, the other side, the other side is bigger than this side. So this is a minor sector. A major sector will be like this. Can or cannot? This is a major sector. Bigger than half the circle is a major sector. Okay, right. Now, as I move this point B around the circle, you see the angle here. Can you see the angle here? The angle here now is 104 degrees or something. But the same angle, this one is, I typed wrongly, BCA, not BAC, BCA, you sabar sebentar, BCA. Okay, right, BCA already. Now this is BCA in degree. This is BCA in radian. So the same angle is measured in two different units. One is angle in degree, the other is in radian. One more time, try. Tang, 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 tang. Ah, very small, eh? Oh, very big, oh. Big or small? Big. Okay, you go and back this, eh? Oh, it become very, okay already. Now the angle is 37. Now I try to make this angle, I don't care. I try to make this 1 radian. I try to make this 1 radian. Tang, 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 tang. Wow, nearly 1 radian already. Oh. 1.203. Now 1 radian is actually how many degrees? I want to switch from radian degree. From here, they show me 1 radian is approximately 57 degrees. And when this happen, you see that the arc length here, the green line is called the arc length. The whole thing is called the sector. The green line here is called the arc length. Now this arc length is approximately the same as the radius. Can you take note of this? Can you take note of this? Okay, right. Now we go back to the definition here. An arc length equal to the radius of the circle will subtend an angle of 1 radian at the center of the circle. What am I talking about? Right? Maybe some of you, my English not good. The teacher say what also I don't know. Arc length equal to the radius. It means what? It means this green line here, the length of this green line is the same as the radius, the length of this blue line. Now, when I move the green line, this green line is approximately the length of the radius, then the angle at the center here will be 1 radian. Any questions? So this is the definition of radian. This is how we come up with the radian, the definition of radian. Anyone want to ask question? Boleh? Okay.
Can, teacher.
Okay, can. So can, then we go on. So it means that if this line, this green line is same length as this blue line, then it will be 1 radian. Nearly the same already. You see, not here 1.8, here 1.9, and it's about 1. And this angle is about 57 degrees. Okay, now? Right. So we're going to do like that. I continue from here. Okay, right. I read this to you. Degree and radian are 2 different units used to measure an angle. That means this size of this angle theta here, the angle theta here, can be measured in degree, number 1. It can also be measured in radian, number 2. So you see that now I have 2 different measurement for this angle theta here, right? This angle here is 121 in degree and 2.1155 in radian. Okay, so they are the same, they are measuring the same quantity. They are measuring the same quantity, but they use 2 different units. Is there anything like this in our everyday life? Is there anything? Yes. It is similar to the kilogram and pound. Now, 1 kilogram is 2.2 pound. Okay, so let's say my weight is 100 kilogram. That means I am 220 pounds. So my weight, I measure in kilogram. The same weight I can measure in pound. So it's like the angle lah. Angle measure in degree, angle measure in radian. So in order to switch from one unit to another, I need to multiply with 2.2. So let's say I have 25.3 kilogram multiplied by 2.2. I know my weight is 55.66 pound. Or somebody from England, from United Kingdom, they come here. Then they tell me, hey, my weight, my mass is 93.74 pound. So I want to know how much kilogram is it. So I take this number, I divide by 2.2, and I know, oh, this little boy is 42.61 kilogram. So what I'm trying to tell you that if we have 2 different units measuring the same quantity, we can convert one another by multiplying with 2.2 or dividing with 2.2. This is how we convert from degree to from kilogram to radian, kilogram to pound, pound to kilogram. Now, since this degree and radian, they are measuring the same thing, can I do a conversion like this? Can I do a conversion like what I do from kilogram to pound, pound to kilogram. Can I do like that from degree to radian, radian to degree? Yes. Now the factor is 2.2 here, but the factor for degree and radian is pi over 180. This is the factor. Now if I want to convert from degree to radian, I use the angle, I multiply by pi over 180, I convert to radian. If I want from radian to degree, I take the angle, I divide by pi over 180, that is multiply by 180 over pi, I convert it back to radian. Okay, am I going too fast? Who is the other boy? Tan what the name? Tan Hui, don't know, Kai Hui, something like that. Okay, Kai Hui. Li Wen said okay already. Li Wen is okay. Kai Hui okay or not? Okay, Tai Hui said okay, very good. Okay. Okay, so you know already, right? So I repeat. If you want to convert from degree to radian, you multiply by pi over 180. You want to convert from radian to degree, you divide by pi over 180 or multiply with 180 over pi. You see, I put the word degree here means it's already converted to degree. Here at first is radian, When I move over here, do the calculation, you see I put the degree there, already converted to degree. Now, from degree to radian, you see here, at first is degree mark. Then after I do the calculation, then become radian already. Okay, now? So you see, I put the unit on different side to show that from what to what. This one is from degree to radian. This one is from radian to degree. So far, okay or not? Now I ask this girl. Now I ask this girl. What? Zini. Zini okay or not? Zini? Or Jiayan? Jiayan okay or not? If am I going too fast? Zini said okay or Jiayan Jiayan also okay. If I'm speaking in English, or maybe you're from Chinese school and you are not in convent most of the time, then you don't understand, you tell me go slow, don't talk so fast, speak slowly, word by word, then I do it for you, right? So you can follow what I'm talking very fast, very fast. Okay, never mind, so you can follow, then we move on. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to convert from degree to radian and from radian to degree. Okay, right. Now, before I convert, I see that inside the textbook they have this thing here. Oh, 0 degrees is 0 radian, 30 degrees is pi over 6 radian, and so on, right? And so on. So these are the more famous angle. This famous angle, you look at the degree, the radian is inside your mind, pi over 6. You look at this pi over 2, inside your mind, you know it's 90 degrees. Can you do like that? If you can do like that, that means very fast lah. You can do the question very fast. If you cannot do like that, never mind lor. You do more practice lah. Practice all the basic questions, then until you know what. Okay? Right. So first example. Convert from degree to radian. Okay, from degree to radian, we're going to use this formula here. Can you see here degree, here radian, here degree, here radian. So we're going to use this formula because they want to convert from degree to radian. So you use this number, right? You type in this, like I've shown you just now how to type. You know how to type, no? Then convert to decimal. Convert to decimal, you use this button, like that. DMS button, degree, minute and second button. Then you change to decimal. Then you use this decimal number, multiply with pi over 180. This pi is inside the calculator. Then divide by 180, also inside the calculator. So when you get this, thing, maybe it's degree there. Then you quickly press the DMS button to get this one. 9503. Press the button, you will get this one. You will see many 000, the degree, minute, You press that button, DMS button, then you will get back to this. Okay, right. So this is what we're going to do, right? Now we are going to convert from radian to degree. Radian to degree, you can see here, radian, here degree. Okay, we use this formula, So 1.34 radian. Here lah, theta is 1.34 lor. 1.34 radian. I want to change to degree. So I use 1.34 multiply with pi over 180. Pi over 180. Then before that you get this number, you press multiply, you get that. Now this number is in degree already. Now if you want to know degree and minute, then you press the DMS button. Then you have 76, 46, 34.8. Now this 34.8 seconds, in the SVM, they don't want to see second. So if this number here is more than 30, is more than half already, because 60 seconds is 1 minute. So you get 30 minutes or more than 30 minutes, like in this case 34 minutes, then you have to carry 1 in front. So when you carry 1 to the front, it is 76 degrees 47 minutes. Don't put 46 lah, put 47 lah. Right? So I put here, note that 34.8 is more than 30 seconds. Round off to the nearest minute, so you add 1 minute. But if it's less than 30, just throw away. No need to round off to the next number. Okay, next we have this one. Now this radian is in terms of pi, like this type one. You see here radian, then they got the pi radian. So this number, the radian is in terms of pi. How to convert to degree? Don't be scared. Berani kerana benar. Why berani kerana benar? Because whatever they give you, whether it's number or whether it's pi, you are going to use the same method. You remember the same method? Multiply by 1800 pi. So this number here, I put here, multiply by 1800 pi. The pi and pi can cancel away. So you have this multiply with 180, right? So it's actually 59.76. 59.76, if you want to change to minute, you press the button, DMS button, then you will get 36 seconds. 36 is more than 30, so you carry 1, become 46 seconds. Am I going too fast? Well, who is this? Chen Tong. Chen Tong can follow or not? Chen Tong? Chen Tong is who? Chen Tong is Joey. The other one is what Tong? G. Oh, cannot remember. Chen Tong said can follow. The other one, what Tong is that? The Ong, I don't know. One more Tong can follow or not? The other Tong? Joey can follow. Okay, Joey said can follow. So today homework, you go and look at page 4, self-exercise 1.1. What formative exercise 1.1 you go and do. I don't know how to do. You quickly type inside the WhatsApp there, not WhatsApp, Telegram. You put inside Telegram, then you ask me. Right? I already showed you all these things. Now this thing is recorded. So afterwards, I recorded and I put inside YouTube. Then the YouTube link, I give it to you. Then you turn on the YouTube, then you watch the YouTube, then you do. Oh, teacher say like that, then you do. See the YouTube, then you do. Okay or not? I'm going to put this inside the YouTube. Okay, right, next one. Okay. Now the next thing is, why should we study radian? Oh, all the time, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, I study degree also can. Why now, Form 4, Form 5, I need to study radian? The reason is because radian can simplify our calculation. You just look at this formula. This formula to find the arc length. Arc length is this green line, remember or not? Arc length is this green line. So this green line, I can put like that, and put like that. Very long, very short green line, like that. or very long green line like that. So this line is the green line is the arc length, and I can find this arc length in a very simple way. The arc length is S lah, S is the arc length. Then I just take the radius multiply with the angle. R is the radius, theta is the angle. So I just take the radius, I multiply with the angle, that's it. That is the arc length of it. Okay, now, but this theta, the theta that you put here cannot be 30 degrees, cannot be 40 degrees, but the theta there must be in radian, cannot be in degree, must be in radian. So you see the red color that I put here, theta is the angle subtended at the center in radian. The theta is here, center here, and it has to be in radian. If it is in degree, you just take pi r multiplied with 50 degrees are wrong, right? Wrong. We have to change it to radian. That's why we have to learn radian. Now, in this formula here, we have three variables, s, r, and theta. We have three variables there. Now, you see in admaths, they can give you any two, then ask you to find the third. That means they give you r and s, ask you to find theta. Give you s and theta, ask you to find r. All must know, right? So the examples that I'm going to give you is over here. It's over here. Like that. Some the s not given, some the radius not given, then some the angle not given. You need to calculate it. Now, this one, I think how much time left? Not much time left already. Okay, never mind. We stop here. This one we're going to do next lesson. Next lesson we do this. Then meanwhile, I'm going to put this inside the YouTube. Then I send you the link to YouTube. You don't know how to do, you look at the YouTube again, and you still don't know, then you ask inside the Telegram. Okay, we stop here, right? We stop here because this so many examples, more than 10 minutes, cannot, not enough time. Okay, stop, then I switch to Telegram.